of baptisterium, yeah, bowl of baptizing when Mieszko adopted Christianity, and there is a proof that it took place here, because this cathedral had been built earlier than the cathedral in Gniezno. So which means that it was like a metropolitan stronghold, and it was very important place for the prince. Of course, he conquered lands over nearby, yeah, but it was a first and main residence of the prince. And on the right, what we've got? Fragments of two tombstones, and one of them is the fragment of tombstones of Mieszko I, and the second one is his son, Chrobry, Bolesław Chrobry, who took crown in 1025, yeah, in Gniezno. Why there are only remains? Because during the Swedish conquer, yeah,
he usually does that. But this is interesting.
So what we've got here, maybe looking with the first look, we could say nothing special, yeah, only a few stones. But here historians say that this is like an entrance to the Romanesque cathedral, which was a little bit lower, yeah, because from ages it was built and overbuilt, yeah, on the material of what had been, yeah. So this is a fragment of the main entrance to the Romanesque cathedral. Here we have a fragment of the wall, which is also Romanesque. You can notice it because of the shape of the stone, yeah, and the material of connecting it. Here is also a very interesting tombstone, because historians say that this is the oldest tombstone which was situated on the floor, yeah? Because in the past, all bishops and patricians, yeah, were buried just in the floor and covered with such tombstone. We even don't know the name of the man who was buried, because in a good tradition was in the past that people were walking on it, yeah? And even for a very...
I never understood that. Why would you put bury them in the floor and then people walk on it?
Yeah.
It just seems disrespectful to me.
But in the past, people were thinking that even patricians should have shown loneliness, standing in front of the death and life after the death, and to show that we are the same as you are. Yeah, that is why. I think that's such a trick. Yeah, such a trick.
Do you know what time frame this was? What period?
About half of 10th century.
Okay.
Second half, yeah.
Okay.
Because the first bishop residence had been started here in 968.
Okay.
So just after adopting Christianity.
Okay.
Yeah? The date of course it's symbolic date also, because there were no chronics, yeah. First chronics appear after about 200 years after Mieszko I. So we can notice that it's more or less, yeah. But for sure, nothing is for sure, yeah?
Yeah.
We just rely on archaeological research, yeah? It's like a, like a puzzle from little fragments that historians are putting it together and trying to make a picture from the past.
But we know this is Roman, right?
Yeah, this is Romanesque, yeah.
Okay, so Romanesque, but the actual Romans did this?
No, it belonged I told that Mieszko I
Mieszko,
started
yeah,
the
okay,
build,
right,
yeah?
okay.
There were no Romans. I know that in Germany Romans came
Yeah, yeah.
and conquered and invaded, but here we have no signs of Roman Empire.
Yeah. Okay, now you can talk.
Yeah, okay. So, you have a choice. First, Cathedral Island at the gate of the city
Yeah.
tomorrow
Gate of the city.
with the audio guide. So you can spend
I think
really
that
about
one's
2 hours there.
Okay.
With the museum, with the Śródka, which was the small city in the Middle Ages. You can also, the second, visit the castle,
Castle,
Prince
yeah.
Castle,
Yeah.
with the point view.
Yeah, right.
With the eagle of 3D
Yeah,
model,
yeah.
so it is also very worth visiting. And what is else? You have 3 points.
The library.
Yeah, library inside, of course. You can visit inside this Palace of Jawinski. Yeah.
The monastery?
No, I mean at the old city.
Okay.
I was showing you the garden, French garden at the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Is that with the king's picture? After we got our suite, after we got our
on the left there was we were going up, yeah.
okay.
And we stopped for a while. In front of us there was a Odva guardhouse,
Okay.
and after I was telling about the palace at the corner.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So
Right.
you can go inside also to visit, because
Right,
there is,
okay. I remember
there
that
is an impressive hall,
Yeah.
Red Hall,
Right.
which is a place for concert even.
Right.
There
the
was
ballet.
a
The ballet.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
there was a
There was also the museum right there inside the square, remember? Right down the
here, you
No,
mean?
no, inside
Yeah.
the old city, and
you said the museum was open today. If it was down, I don't.
That was the one with the king's picture on the front, right? With the
I
white,
don't know the king's picture.
the white. There was a white building.
I don't know what you call it. I could take you to it, but I don't know what.
Okay, but you know it, so you know it. That's okay.
Okay, so can I go?
Yeah.
Can I go on?
Yeah.
So the last thing which is worth visiting, you can go straight,
Yeah.
because this is the only one point we haven't done.
Okay.
Because of the time. Right. So it's Caesarean district or university district.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So there is a castle which had been built in 1906 by next Caesarian Wilhelm II. Yeah,
Okay.
it was the Prussian authorities also during partition. So here we've got 19th century, and the next quarter, university quarter or Caesarian quarter, starts at the beginning of 20th century.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you can visit castle.
it has a castle from the 20th century.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's quite it's Romanesque,
Yeah,
Romanesque
okay.
revival,
Okay.
because Germans especially like such distinguished styles.
Yeah.
They were building in styles which shows their power. So
Yeah.
Romanesque, Renaissance,
Yeah.
and Baroque.
Okay.
Yeah. So Caesarian, you can notice, you won't miss for sure
Okay.
the Caesarian castle.
Okay.
And around there are buildings, university buildings, which were also designed and built during this partition. Yeah. And come from the beginning of 20th century.
Okay.
University, so the style, more or less general, it's Renaissance revival. Also very nice.
Okay.
You can come inside into the hall or courtyards to admire these places. What is very interesting, when you go straight to the Caesarian district, on the right, because we were talking about Bismarck,
Right.
there is an amazing building of colonization committee, Prussian colonization committee, with such a big dome. It's a Baroque revival. You won't miss this.
Okay.
Yeah. And now, nowadays, there is a field of University of Adam Mickiewicz, but you can also come into the hall and to the courtyard, because there are beautiful windows, marble. No, it's amazing. Yeah, you can notice that. I know that you like glass and windows.
Yeah, I do.
You told me, so it is also worth visiting. And
Okay.
after this committee colonization, you can cross the street and you will see the back of the castle.
Okay.
So you can make such round the castle and admire the architecture.
I love it. That's a plan. That's a 2-day plan.
But
I know, you've
but,
given us-
but you've got only one day.
I have
And
one
what's-
day.
We only
And
got
what's
one
now?
day.
And what's now?
And now is Sunday.
Yeah, but what's now with this plan? I mean,
So what do we do? How do we? The plan is good, but
too much.
But a lot. We have to hop.
So you've got to choose something.
We'll choose something.